Mila is 47 years old, and she has no idea how much she weighs. She says that every single day of her life is miserable. She has not been able to step out of her house for more than 2 years due to how big she is. All she does is eat and sleep. Trust me, it's a very messy life she's living. Will she be able to get the help she needs? Let's see. Here is how her journey begins.
I've been trapped within these four walls for more than 2 years. During that time, I have not stood, not one time. All I can do is eat and sleep. And every night, I fall asleep thinking that I'm not gonna wake up. And then when I wake up, I'm thinking,
Men, it must be really embarrassing for Mila to be in such a situation. Her kids have to help her clean up before they get ready for school. If they don't do that, Mila is going to stay that way till they get back because she can't stand up from the bed.
children their age should not have to take care of their parents. I should be taking care of them.
I'm depressed, like real depressed that she can't get out the bed. And I do have a lot of responsibility. Sometimes I feel like it's too much, but I love my mom to the tip of the world and back.
Geez, I can't even wish this on my enemy. 3 of Mila's kids have to work hand in hand to make sure their mom is properly clean because she's starting to develop sores all over her body. The jaw-dropping thing about her case is that her kids are disgusted by the fact that they have to do this every day.
Makes me sad because I know if my mom sits in the bed for that long and if she didn't get the help that she's getting, she'll die in the bed, you know.
Bring me a plate and my oranges out the refrigerator. I'm not a mom to them right now. I'm just a burden. And I know I'm doing this to them because I won't stop eating.
Well, Mila, saying sorry to the kids is not going to cut it. She says that she's depressed and feels bad because she's robbing her kids of their childhood. The sad part is that she knows it's wrong, but she just can't find a way to stop eating. If she's not careful, things might go the wrong way.
I didn't even associate food with my weight then. I was too young to understand that fully. But my father was never around when I was young. So I only had my mother and my sisters. And my mom never really knew how to tell us she loved us. She never said it. She never hugged me or kissed me. But what she would do is feed us.
That has to be the worst way anybody can grow up. Mila says that the only way her mother showed her and her sisters love was by feeding them all the time. If they didn't eat the food, it was seen as rejection, and they would get a whooping. Trying to avoid that, she ate so much food. That must really suck.
And so I just always feel like I want to see a child eat until they get enough.
So I kept gaining, and I just kept getting bigger. When I graduated high school, I was pushing 350, and they did not have a gown to fit me. I was so embarrassed. Shortly after that, I met my husband, Elroy.
At least she was lucky enough to find someone who loved her and wanted to be with her with all that fat. But if we're being honest, this happens very rarely because most people never want to be with someone who weighs 5 times their weight. I guess she was really lucky to find her husband.
So we had to adopt. There were children from homes of drug-addicted parents, and my heart broke for them. So we started by adopting Jacob when I was 30. And within the next 2 years,
Did she just say she has no idea how big she is? Wow. But then again, it's really not surprising. For someone who hasn't been able to step out of bed in more than 2 years, I'd be surprised if she knew what her current weight is. What I can't believe is the fact that she got so fat that getting pregnant was no longer possible, resulting in her adopting most of her kids. That's crazy.
and I can't go anywhere. I can't do anything unless it's in this bed. Come on, put the bucket on Mama's bed. So most of everything around this house falls on my children. They have to do everything because Elroy started to have health issues a couple of years ago, and he's gotten worse.
It's honestly sad that the responsibilities now fall to the kids. Their mom can't get out of the bed, and their dad has his own health condition, which prevents him from moving around with ease. Mila and her husband really need to do better for their kids. She needs to see a doc ASAP.
I do feel responsible for my mom's weight because she can't get up and get it. It's just hard to know what to do when she wants food because we feel bad for her because she's in the bed.
Oh, how y'all eating chocolate and get off of me, any? When I want them to bring me something I crave, I know that that's what's keeping me in this bed.
I can't be the only one who gets mad anytime she says that. What does she mean by she can't stop eating? Isn't she worried about the fact that she could die? Or is she forgetting that she's the only mom they have? Wow, that's disappointing for real.
Oh, okay. Can I place an order for pickup?
Yes, ma'am.
It's all. Will you pick this piece up for me? Why?
Cause, man, you already know, man. Why do you do that?
Go and pick up my pizza right now.
I think I'll let you know.
No, right now. Go get the pizza right now. I know I'm killing myself. I feel like I'm just out of control with my eating habits. And I know every time I take a bite of food, it's getting me that much closer to death.
Man, I can't believe Mila right now. She knows she is hurting herself. She knows her eating habit is out of control. She knows that she should not be doing any of what she's doing, and yet she still keeps doing it. It's almost as if she doesn't care at this point.
That bed in 2.5 years, so riding in a car is going to be tough on her. I'm just praying that she be okay.
Everyone is putting their lives on hold just so I'll have this chance.
She needed at least 6 people to get her out of bed? Damn, I don't even know what to say. At least she's making the bold step by agreeing to see Dr. Now. She's about to head to Texas, and one thing I know is that it's not going to be an easy ride for her.
Still live in your house?
I have 5 children.
5 children?
20-year-old and 2 16-year-olds, a 15-year-old, and a 10-year-old, and my husband.
Some of those kids are very young, and they bring you food. They're responding to your demand, right?
750 pounds? To be honest, I thought she would weigh 1,000 pounds. Oh well, Mila finally makes it to the hospital, and Dr. Now tells her the blunt truth, which is the fact that she has created a very bad situation for herself, and she needs to address them ASAP.
I'm ready.
Okay, we'll see if we can get you situated and do some testing on you, see what's going on, okay? We're going to take care of you.
Thank you, Dr. Nazar.
I've been in the hospital on this controlled diet for a couple of weeks now.
That's surprising. Mila can't actually eat food that's not junk? Wow, good for her. Seems to me like she's ready to take her life seriously. Dr. Now wants her to get her weight going in the right direction before he decides what to do next.
Now, so we're not gonna buy this stuff.
Okay.
Okay?
Okay.
And I want you to lose another 50 pounds over the next couple of months. It will show me that you and your family are ready to make changes you need.
This is where things might be a little tricky. Dr. Now wants to send her home and see if she can lose weight without the hospital's help. The big question now is, can her family help her with this? Because they literally give her anything she wants to eat.
To help, the kids have been taking turns doing physical therapy with me.
Okay.
Since Mom has been home from the hospital, we help her work out every day. I'm proud of her, of the commitment she's putting forth.
Oh wow, is this the same Mila that couldn't stand up from the bed by herself? That's impressive. It's even more impressive to see that her kids are helping her out in the work to make sure her weight drops and she can make the right weight for her surgery.
644, so you lost about 60 pounds. Okay, that's good. Mila has done well. She lost the weight she needed. So this time, I'm going to approve her for lymphedema surgery.
Yay! Looks like Mila is going to be able to walk again. Sending her home worked out for the best, and Dr. Now says he can now go ahead with the lymphedema surgery because she made the cut. That's really good for Mila.
Couple more stitches, we're gonna be done. Everything looked good. Surgery went very well. With the 5-pound fluid that we lost, we removed 43 pounds from her body. Mila got a number of challenges ahead of her. This kind of operation, unfortunately, take a long time to heal.
Mila's lymphedema survey was a success. Dr. Now says that the next thing she needs to do is get up from her bed and try to work. If she's unable to do that, he is not going to approve her for weight loss surgery. Looks like the job is not done just yet.
But when she has to put weight on her leg, she just can't get herself to do it. So we're gonna have to find a different way to motivate her. Mila, here's what we're gonna do.
Mila has been doing so well, but there's just one problem. She finds it very difficult and painful to put weight on her legs, preventing her from being able to move around. Dr. Now brings up an idea that might help motivate her. Hopefully, it works out for her.
Are you on it?
Yeah, I want to share. Thank you.
I can't believe I'm in a wheelchair. I've been in a wheelchair in years. It's been so long since I've just been able to go outside.
Because I like seeing my mom up like this. It gives me hope.
Tanisha's body is taking over her and basically destroying her life. Her life is like a living hell where she wakes up and just wishes she could skip every other day. She is 32 years old and she weighs almost 600 pounds. Will Dr. Now be able to give her the help and assistance she needs? Let's find out. She begins her journey like this.
My knees want to buckle. My back feel like it's broken, and it's just excruciating to even get up. I can't even make it to the bathroom to start my day. Just something that simple, using the restroom, it's a struggle. I'm trapped in this body and my home, and I can't do anything without help anymore.
My jaws are dropped. Tanisha can't even pee by herself without her husband bringing the toilet to her. Anytime she tries to stand up, all she feels is excruciating pain. It must really suck to be in her shoes. I mean, why did she allow herself to get so fat?
And I have to have help. It's humiliating. When you have to have someone reach certain spots that you can't do, it's hard. No. I feel like a child because someone has to help bathe me. And when you can't do anything for yourself, it's hell.
Honestly, if I were this fat and I couldn't have my bath in the bathroom, I would also be disgusted with myself. Oh well, she watched herself grow into this. She certainly has to face the consequences of her actions.
When I was really young, I didn't really struggle with my weight, but I didn't have a happy childhood. I never got to even have a childhood. My mom struggled with addiction to alcohol and drugs, and her boyfriend was a violent addict, and he would take his anger out on me. But I ended up moving to live with my grandparents, and I was happy for a bit, but it wasn't much better living with them. Because when I was 9, I was molested by my grandfather, and there was nothing I could do to stop it. And that's when I started to run to food to find peace.
Damn. That has to be the worst thing that can ever happen to anyone. Tanisha says that her mom struggled with addiction to alcohol and drugs. Trying to escape all of that, she moved in with her grandparents. Sadly, her granddad molested her and she was too helpless to do anything about it. Sad.
Because I just didn't want to go home. But one night when I was out, a man came and pulled me behind the apartment building. And he raped me on top of the air conditioning unit. And I told my mom at one point, and she kind of made me feel like it was my fault. I feel like a parent was supposed to shield me from all this. You were supposed to protect me. And when I'm telling you...
Man, Tanisha really did see hell while growing up. Imagine telling your mom you were raped by a stranger and she makes you feel like it's your fault. That would honestly break any child if we're being honest. That explains why she ran to food from a very early age.
For the next few years, I was actually bulimic. And I lost around 70 pounds during that time. When I was 24, I got pregnant with my second baby. And as the pregnancy went on, I started to have a lot of complications. And I wasn't going to do anything to hurt my child. So I didn't force myself to throw up anymore. And I probably put on 100 pounds in the following few months.
Who wouldn't be depressed? Honestly. Tanisha says that by the age of 25, she was already weighing over 500 pounds. Let's not forget the fact that she had to be put on bed rest before giving birth to her second child. That's just crazy, man.
But my weight gain has never really slowed down because I just haven't been able to turn away food. A couple of years back, my mom kicked her drug habit and gave her life to Christ too. And we were able to have a relationship for a few years. At one point, she finally said, I'm sorry. I'm sorry for the drug use. I'm sorry for not protecting you. I'm sorry for not believing you. I'm sorry for making you grow up faster than you should have.
Looks like the weight thing was a family thing. Tanisha's mom weighed over 700 pounds, and at some point, she had to be put on bed rest because she could no longer move around. Sadly, her mom passed away because her body gave up on her.
I know I'm ending up just like my mom did. I don't want this for me or my children. My daughter Jamonica is 16 years old, and my other daughter Malaysia is 8 years old now. And I don't want them to take care of me. But it's like sometimes I don't have a choice. Mom, give me a...
Even her daughter is not happy about the fact that she can't go out to play with her mom. That must really be sad. What's even annoying is the fact that Tanisha keeps eating, and she doesn't want to do anything about her weight or eating habits.
And I have children that I need to live for. So I have to do something. And I can't do it on my own. I need the help. The doctor's only about an hour and a half away from me. And I'm a little worried about the pain of being in the car that long. But I know it's a small price to pay to try and get help, and that I can handle it.
I was honestly worried about the exact same thing. Tanisha says that the doctor's hospital is like an hour and a half away from her house. But what bothers her is the fact that she's not sure the pains in her body are going to allow her to make the trip. At least she wants to get help, so that's good.
But it's like whatever I want. Whenever I want it, if I want, okay, I'll go get it. Everybody really is.
Okay, Tanisha, the time to change is now. So we're not gonna buy their stuff.
Okay.
Okay.
Well, that's not good. Dr. Now says that her weight is out of control. She weighs 588 pounds, and with her body structure, it's only a matter of time before she is no longer able to make use of her legs. Whew, thank goodness she came to see the doc.
I haven't been able to make time for any sort of diet or weight loss right now. How can I worry about my weight when I have the weight of my whole house on me? So I'm just taking a break right now. And I'm not sure when I'm gonna go back to Dr. Now's garden. I need to be there for my kids right now. But all this moving around and activity is taking a big toll on my body.
Seems like Tanisha is going through a lot at the moment. She's at a crossroads between losing weight and trying to be there for her kids. Crazy thing is, she doesn't even feel the need to see Dr. Now anytime soon. She needs to find a way around it real soon.
It's been 6 months since I went back to see them, and I'm really hoping he takes me back. I know I haven't been sticking to the diet, but I had a lot of things on my plate that I didn't expect, so I had to take some time off. But I'm ready now to try again and get back to doing what I should be doing. I know I probably gained a little weight since I've seen him last. I just hope he's not too upset and that he takes me back. Back where I started. Oh, God.
And just like she said, she is back to where she started. It's been 6 months since she saw Dr. Now, and checking her weight, she is disappointed in herself. Trust me, Dr. Now is not going to be happy with her progress at all. But come on, what was she thinking?
I'm happy you're losing weight again, but I'm a little bit concerned that you didn't quite get to 30-pound weight loss.
I've been moving more. I used to just do exercise in the bed sometimes, but now I'm starting to get up and walk more.
Well, clearly she needs to put in some more effort if she hopes to reach her goal. She pulls up to see the doc a second time, and she's still not losing as much weight as Dr. Now would want her to. She needs to up her game.
You don't see your excuses, and you don't see how close you are to death. You're the one you making a choice, and you're the one who doesn't do what you need.
I gotta kind of laugh to keep from.
She did not just say that to Dr. Now. Screw the program? She can't be serious. Does she realize that he is the only person who can help her get better? This is the 3rd time she is failing to meet her target for weight loss surgery. What exactly is her problem?
So I'm praying that he takes me back and lets me start the program again. It's beyond time for me to do something. But I'm really scared right now to find out how he's gonna react to me coming back. I can do that. And I'm also really nervous.
After staying away from Dr. Now's weight loss for more than a year, Tanisha finally decides to come back to her senses, and she pays him a visit. She checks her weight, and it's now over 600 pounds. For her sake, let's hope the doc wants her back in the program.
Called moments without running to food and making excuses. If she doesn't do this, she likely won't survive more than 6 months at this point. Your eating habit is gonna have to be controlled by you.
She can honestly thank her stars that Dr. Now is a very chill man. Some doctors would definitely not take her back into their program. She's been given a second chance to make things right. Let's hope she does the right thing this time.
To try to get on a good sleep pattern. And that's going to be your very first homework assignment, if you will. We can begin this journey and get you to a place of healthy Tanisha.
So I want to get rid of all this because I need to be able to move forward,
It's a good thing she is finally taking the right steps and making the right decisions. She visited a counselor and was finally able to talk about her inner problems. That's good for her.
It's been over a year and a half I've been trying to prove to him I'm ready for weight loss surgery. And I've been working harder than I ever have this past month. I've been trying to deal with my emotions in ways that don't involve food, like I talked about with the therapist.
I'm impressed. Finally, Tanisha has been able to lose the weight Dr. Now wanted her to lose all this while. Seems like she finally got into the right headspace to be able to lose some weight. Hopefully, this allows her to get her weight loss surgery.
I just hate that she passed away before, this day could come. That's a little sad. She won't be able to see me making something out of myself. Aside from my C-sections, I've never had surgery. So this is really scary because I don't know what's gonna happen today.
After Tara got sexually assaulted at age 26, she turned to food for comfort. But instead of just comforting her, food ruined her life. Today, she says she often feels tempted to take a knife and cut her stomach away. And you would probably feel that way too if you looked like this.
Being the size, it's a lot of things in my life that's hard. Because of my size, I don't do much of anything. I don't move much. Basically, my day is in the bed, stuck. It's not easy. This is what I am ashamed of. This I can't deal with. If I could cut it off right now, I would.
Her story started like this. Imagine having a stomach like that. Tara knows it is disgusting, but there is nothing she can do to help it. Well, there is one thing she does, and that is to continue eating, because food takes away that pain that she always feels.
Food has always been my safe haven, always.
Especially at the hardest times.
When I was 26, I was raped, and I got pregnant from the rape. And I had a miscarriage. I was heavy, but afterwards, I kept getting heavier.
That just shows how trauma can fuel an unhealthy cycle. Tara's story is not new, and like many others, she felt that a great way to avoid being molested is to get so unattractive that men would not want to touch her. While that plan may have worked, it also means she now weighs over 600 pounds and is on the brink of death. What makes things worse is that her mother enables her.
After I eat, I feel disgusted, angry at myself. I beat myself up about it.
I'm helping her to stay like she is because it's hard to serve her and tell her that's all you can have. I always end up giving to her. She's my child. How can you tell a child, no, you can't have this food?
That is so touching. The love that Tara's mother has for her is so moving. But that love is destructive and is the reason she lives such a horrible life. Tara hopes that she will be able to get weight loss surgery by going to meet Dr. Now, and Dr. Now has some very hard words for her.
What seems to be a problem that you're not able to lose weight?
My knees hurt me a lot, so I can't go and exercise.
Here's a couple things that you need to understand.
Yes, sir.
You don't get to be 600 pounds if you are able to eat properly. It's because you're taking too many calories.
That is right. She is not. She has a mother who can't stop giving her all the food she wants because she finds it impossible to say no to her child. Dr. Now decides to speak to her mother, and here is how that discussion goes.
To have some weight loss and be in better shape for surgery. Okay. Before we move ahead with the surgery, she needs to lose 20 pounds over next month.
Will she be able to lose 20 pounds in 1 month? Well, she is motivated to do it. She wants to be there for her 2 young children more than she wants food to be there for her. But motivation is not the only thing you need to lose weight. You have to be determined as well. The next time Tara turns up at the hospital, this happens.
But I'm excited to see the results.
You know, your weight loss is not being impressive. So I think you can do better.
Yes, sir.
It's some progress, but it's not a whole lot of weight loss. How is your activity?
That is right. Tara can certainly do better with her progress. Dr. Now wants to see just how bad her skin condition is and asks her to pull her shirt off. That is when he understands just how bad her body looks.
It hangs pretty low.
You got some sort of skin infection in the skin too. Okay. Tara is physically in critical condition. She needs intervention now. I don't think you can go much longer like this.
Yes, sir.
So we need to make adjustment in your eating. We're gonna achieve that with gastric bypass surgery.
Because Tara is in critical condition, Dr. Now immediately schedules her for surgery without asking her to lose more weight. He knows that if he sends her back home without the surgery, there is a big chance that she will pass away before she returns to the hospital. So the surgery is scheduled, and here is how it goes.
Because of the adhesion and prior surgery, we have to change the bypass surgery to sleeve gastrectomy. Bougie back at just about any. Sleeve gastrectomy is a lesser invasive procedure which remove part of stomach and make it small from size of football to size of banana. She'll be ready to lose weight with that operation. All right, that looks good.
By the end of the episode, Tara had lost nearly 300 pounds and now has a new lease of life. She also had skin surgery to lose the excessive skin, and she now looks like a brand new woman.
But today, I can't wait to get on it.
610 to 320, you're almost a half a weight that you used to be, huh?
Thank you. Thank you very much. You turned my life around. Thank you. I appreciate it.
I'm proud of Tara, how far she has come, and she's doing great.
Let's go. A year ago, I was at the lowest point in my life. I will never forget who that 600-pound person was. I'll always love her, but I sure the hell won't miss her.
June only has 3 places that can support her weight: her bed, her bathroom toilet, and her special, strong chair. Can you imagine finding it almost impossible to walk through your own door just because of your weight? That is the sort of life June lives in her 590-pound body. Could Dr. Now be her way back to having a normal life? Let's find out. Her story starts out like this.
It is so difficult even to get in the tub.
Got it?
And then I can't stand up for long.
Okay?
Yeah. So Sadie does everything physical for me.
Wow, imagine being Sadie. She must love June very much. The fact that she needs someone to bathe her is so embarrassing. But June did not always live like this. Well, she was always fat, but was not super duper morbidly obese. Unfortunately, that changed 4 years ago when her son got shot and killed.
I remember my daughter walked in the door. She said, Mac is dead, Mac is gone. I instantly went, no. That was the moment where everything changed.
Once her son died, it was like she gave up. That changed her dramatically. Oh, she just began to eat her pain.
I shut down.
But today is a new day, and June now wants to do something about her weight. So she makes the trip to Houston, Texas, to learn how to do that from Dr. Now. She is hoping she can be approved for weight loss surgery, but Dr. Now has news for her.
So you're almost 600 pounds. Tell me how you got to this size.
Just eating too much.
Okay.
Steak potato girl. Sweets are not major for me. In a week's time, if I eat the sweets, maybe twice or the most is 3 times.
That sounds right. Sadie might feel in control, but she is still being manipulated by June. But there is another pressing matter Dr. Now wants to talk about.
According to your medical chart, you had a number of medical issues.
I had a heart attack in 2011.
And you had a stroke.
Yeah, I had a major stroke in 2010.
And you're taking about 18, 19, 20, 21 medication.
Yeah.
That really concerned me. Jules' body started to give out. She may not have much time left at all.
Once June is admitted into the hospital, she starts to lose weight quite rapidly. In fact, her weight loss was so rapid that it probably made her a bit dizzy. Here is how that went.
We stuck with it, and she made some progress over the month. June, how you doing?
Better.
So we're gonna check your weight today.
Perfect.
The scale is 0. What's the verdict?
Hey.
Okay, super. Right now, she's healthy enough to go home.
For the next month, Dr. Now wants June to just lose 5 pounds and show him that she can lose the weight on her own. If she does this, he will approve her for surgery, and she will start her journey to a healthy future. But it is harder than she thought.
I didn't think it would be this hard because I'm starving myself at times. It's only when I'm sick that I eat the foods I know I shouldn't because they help get my strength back up. I'll see what kind of progress I make at the next doctor visit.
Well, she did not make the sort of progress she wanted at all, and then she earned a well-deserved scolding from Dr. Now. She gained 20 pounds.
You may think that this is water weight, but it's not. It's fat. You gain weight because you didn't stick with your diet and exercise.
I have not done any. I'm gonna tell you the honest God truth. I did cheat. I had Chinese food one day, honestly.
June, I watched you in the hospital for a month, and I see that unwillingness to change.
And then he gives her that wake-up call that she clearly needs to get her head in the game and her body in the right shape for surgery.
You don't need the walker. You want the walker. If you're serious about being active, this would be first thing to go.
I gained them 20 pounds, and I'm wrong for that. I feel some of it's lymphedema in the water, but
the wake-up call eventually worked, and the next time June appeared at the hospital, she had made a lot of great progress. In fact, she is now ready for the surgery and ready to get her life back on track. And here is how that goes.
I need to get back to 536 pounds. If the number on the scale hasn't gone down, I don't know what else I can do. That's it. That's it right there. Okay, I'm proud of myself. I'm walking early in the morning, walking at night. I'm actually going down the steps. And what don't you see in front of me?
You missing something?
Yeah, I'm missing something.
What?
The walker.
What walker?
Exactly.